Hello, good morning, fellow YouTube watchers, for another video. Today I want to share another case study of a client who came to see me. Actually this time it was one session that we had. And she called me, she got referred from a colleague of mine because his English is not as good as mine. So he said she should call me. And she called me, and I had a difficult time to understand her with her accent. It wasn't very clear. The connection wasn't the best. However, I did set some frames around hypnosis and how everything comes up that is necessary in the session, which it does, and how her unconscious mind is working to resolve this problem, and that we will sort it out when she comes. Something along those lines. Obviously, it was a little bit longer and more in depth and more carefully chosen, the words. And so the only thing I really understood is that she has trouble sleeping. So she came to see me, and she came in, and I saw she was already a little bit in an agitated state when she came in. And so she sat down, and I asked her what the problem is, and she told me that actually the problem is that she can't sleep in a bed. So I asked her, well, where do you sleep? And she said, well, either on the floor or in a chair. And so I asked her, for how long has this been going on? And she said, for 2 years or more. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I mean, I didn't say that, but just thinking about it, if I wouldn't be able to sleep in a bed for 2 years and having to sleep in some kind of chair, that sounds very uncomfortable. So anyways, we got talking, and I explained what we are going to do, and I felt that her emotions were definitely already bubbling up. So as soon as we started working with more conversational hypnosis, and as soon as a trance started to evolve, back then I was more working with trances. Immediately what came up was that her mom has died about 2 years ago, and she died in a bed. And what has happened is that she has asked the nurse to put up the morphine, and 5 minutes later her mom died. Now, obviously, she wanted to put up the morphine, or ask the nurse to put up the morphine, because her mom was in excruciating pain. However, she has been carrying the guilt that she feels she's responsible for her mom's death. And that has kept her away from the bed. And so she once woke up, or tried to sleep in a bed, and she woke up screaming. And since then, she hasn't slept in a bed again. So what happened is, it was actually quite beautiful, because it was happening right in front of my eyes. All I had to do was guide her a little bit along the lines. So I suggested that her mom is going to come into her mind eyes, and she will be able to talk. And she was in a beautiful place she knows from childhood. I believe it was somewhere in England, in Scotland, or something like that. And so her mom came in, and the tears were coming, and she talked out everything with her mom, and her mom reassured her that it wasn't her fault, and that she's actually very happy right now. And the relief you could see on her face was absolutely amazing. It was really, really beautiful. And later on, her grandma joined, because the other issue that she had was that her daughter is leaving for university in a different country. So, having realized that her kid is leaving, has given her a difficulty as well to do the transition. And so she had a little bit of a mastermind time in her mind with her mom and her grandma, who help her to transition through that more challenging phase. And that was pretty much the session in short. And I received the next morning a text message and said, I slept in a bed, with a lot of exclamation marks. And she was really, really happy for the change. And as far as I am aware, she has been sleeping ever since in a bed with that one session. So it's just to show that wonders can happen in one session. They don't have to, and but you can relieve someone from suffering, like not being able to sleep in bed in one session. That's a possibility. And so I just want to share that. And if you liked this video, then you can like it, you can share it on LinkedIn, Google+, Facebook, whatever you use. And if you want to see more videos, you can subscribe. Also, you can leave a comment in the section below about this video or about future videos you would like to see, questions you have. And I wish you a beautiful, wonderful day.